Alright, so the final presentation in this session is called This Flipping Classroom, and the presentation downstairs was also on the Flipping Classroom theme, so saves us all flipping rooms. Literally.
That's what we were thinking actually.
You've been flipping rooms.
We flipped.
You see, there you go. It helps that somebody's doing all of this for us. And I'm very pleased to welcome from NewVic, David Phillip and Claire Phillips, and two of your students as well.
Natasha and Zara are here also, yes.
Yes, okay. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So, thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Claire. This is David and Natasha and Zara, and we're from NewVic, a college in the East End of London. It's got about, it's a very inclusive college with nearly 3,000 students. And we've got about 160 students doing AS Maths, and that's the students we trialled this split classroom model on this year.
Okay, right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we wanted. Well, what we wanted was, the idea was that it could take up to an hour for us to get the basic concepts over to our classes, leaving only a little time for us to push forward with more challenging questions. Okay? Outside of the classroom, students were only recapping what we had done in class, and we wanted them to be using this time to prepare for future lessons. Right? We had been using many whiteboards in class, but we thought they were sometimes too small, a little bit private. They didn't really allow for this collaborative sort of community-based sort of learning that we were looking for. So this is kind of what we came up with.
Okay, so what we did is, before we started this, our classrooms, our AS teaching classrooms, we had whiteboards put all the way around the walls, like a film of whiteboard. So the whole classroom is your whiteboard.
Oh yes, and we just...
So,
let's talk about the polynomials. Why not?
This is the start of the video, so we've made lots of little videos, maybe 5-10 minutes, showing the basic concepts of a topic that we want to get over. And it's had a high impact with very low effort. It's us making the videos, and they're uploaded onto Planet eStream, which you may have seen downstairs today. It's very easy to make the videos. There's a free app on your iPad if you want to make it at home with a glass of wine, sitting on the sofa. There's a free app called Dosery, and that's the one that I prefer. And David tends to use Screencast-O-Matic, which is a web-based thing that you do on the smartboard, when you get a free classroom. And the videos take as long to make as they are to watch. And we upload them onto Planet eStream, and we tell the students which ones to watch and when. And they watch them before they come to our classroom. And they watch them, they're in the library, they're rewinding, they're pausing the videos.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
They're watching them at their leisure, and then they come to class and they don't even sit down there. As they walk through, you might just see there, as they walk through the door, they're given a pen, and there's questions on the wall to push that learning. There's some questions to test that they've understood the video, and other questions to push that learning on, so we can get through so much more in a lesson than we used to before. They can see each other's work. So if they're sat at a table doing work, they don't know what other people are doing, and they don't get up, and they don't collaborate. When they can see that somebody can do what they can't across the room, they will get up and they will walk and they will get help, and they talk to each other a lot more. And as a teacher, you can see what everybody's doing, even with my rubbish eyesight. I can stand and see everything.
Instant AFL.
Yes. Yeah. It's just transformed everything.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well, I give them this thing. I don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear this thing out there? I think I have to give them one of these. Is there a microphone for the girls? Thanks.
So Natasha and Zara are going to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right.
Hi, I'm Natasha. My view on the flipped classroom. I'm here because last year I did AS Maths, and I'm doing it again this year. And there's a very big difference. Like, because last year, the way the classes were, we have the good table with those that know everything, and then my table. But those that know everything, because we are there sitting, we don't really know what to do, and then there's a table that can solve all the questions and everything, and the teachers will be proud of them. But this time around, with the videos online for us to watch, we all watch the videos, everyone would be on the same level, knowing the same basic things. So we come in, we do the work, and we're really happy with the kind of things we learn. And also, most students, we don't like learning out of classrooms. We procrastinate studying, and the fact that our teachers tell us to watch the videos when we get home, by watching the videos and doing questions, we end up doing the studying that we didn't want to do in the first place. So it just gets us to do more work.
Hi, my name is Rafshan, and I think that the benefits are that it gives an insight of the topic. So you can learn the basics, which is good, and then you can, in the lesson, you can start talking about exam-style questions. So it's more time efficient. And it helps to, when exam seasons are come, then you can review the topics again and go over it. So it's much more beneficial in the flipped classrooms. It motivates students. And it gets them to become more competitive and walk around and learn more. So I think they've done a great job.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. That's lovely. Thank you. Right, brilliant. Okay,
Tell us what they were going to say.
that was great. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Right, okay, right, let's move on. Okay, so that's the sort of process. Right, okay, around Christmas time we surveyed the AS Maths students, and here's some of the things that we found. Okay, now, what we found was that they soon learned that they have to watch the videos to take part in the lesson. We made that a sort of prerequisite of what the lesson was all about. We tried to make it that we weren't doing really much teaching at all in the classroom, we were just there as facilitators. Okay, weaker students come to class and they're at the same level as the stronger ones, just like Zara and Natasha have been saying, whereas before they would have still sometimes been processing the basics for the whole lesson and not being able to move on. Right? Plan E stream is used by all student teams with TV and radio programmes recorded on there. Now RAS videos for the maths department, we've got 38 out of the top 50 on E stream, so I think we're really productive and it's really going well, and the students are using them, which is brilliant. What we did find though, I mean, it wasn't perfect. I mean, this is the first year that we've done it, and we've had some teething problems. Here's some of the things that we found. Now, students sometimes complain about poor sound quality with some videos, and we've tried to improve this. We've done sessions with our e-learning team, Martha and Rod are here with us today, to improve sound quality and the layout of our videos. Students also said that it was hard to find videos, they weren't very well organised, so we've made sort of playlists to help with that. Right, what else? Now, what students also asked for, we asked them what they wanted, what more did they want for us to do. Now, some of the things a lot of them asked for, right, we want you to do exam questions for us. We want to see you doing exam questions. We kind of rejected that a little bit though, because we thought, actually, you should be doing these exam questions. And we thought, really, what they should be doing is actually making these videos themselves, solving these exam questions, sharing them with everybody else. That's the sort of thing we really wanted them to be doing. So we're sort of moving it towards, them sort of taking ownership and making these videos and everything like that as well. And eStream sort of enables us to do that, which is nice. Right? Now, what they also ask for, often at the end of a video, we set a simple task for students to prepare for the next lesson, so we could see if they really understood what was going on. Students actually wanted, what they actually asked for is like progressively harder challenging questions. They wanted like an easier question, then a bit of a harder question as well. So they were actually asking to be challenged more, which was interesting. So we thought, right, yeah, more challenge for our students. Right, okay. Where Natasha going to talk about some, that's right actually, yes. I think Natasha was possibly going to talk about some comparisons, which maybe has done a little bit already, about her AS year last year and this year.
Okay. Last year, more to add to what I said before, as we saw in the videos, and Claire said, when we come into class and we walk on the walls, and we don't get what's going on, we can walk around and ask our classmates and get more knowledge from them, which compared to last year was not even present. And it was just surprising for me because I was in a class last year and I did not even know half of my classmates' names. However, this year, I've basically talked to everybody at one point or the other, and we all get along well. We also talk outside of classes, and anything we talk about is just maths. Like before the teachers come in, we talk about who watched the videos, did you understand this, did you understand that? And it just brings everyone closer together. We do more work, we get more involved with each other. And,
brilliant, brilliant. Thanks, Natasha. Thanks, Natasha. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Teamwork. There's 10 of us. This is our, are they all there? This is our maths team. There's 10 of us in the maths team.
Missing.
And Nuja's missing. And we all teach from level 1, level 2 use of maths. We teach the GCSE, we all teach the A level, so everybody teaches everything, and we've all made videos. Some people have made more than others, but everybody's making videos. And we're kind of pushing it out more now into the level 1 and level 2 maths. But our main focus this year has been on the AS, and no one could have done this on their own. I don't know how many videos we've got up there.
Loads.
But you need a team, and you need a team that's keen and willing to chip in. And you can see our nice classroom there.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. And I suppose the idea is if you're in a department that doesn't share, just start sharing. I think is the idea.
If you share, they'll share.
Yes. Right, yes. Where are we on to now? Yes. 2. Oh yes. Right. Yes. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. Like we talked about before, some of the tools that you can use to get yourself flipping lessons and stuff like that. There's loads of really easy things, like Claire was saying, things like Doceria is really accessible on your iPads. Also things like, well, we heard about Geng before. Also Screencast-O-Matic is quite nice because it's a web-based app, so you can just get it up and running straight away. That's a nice one. And then you can just start making your own sort of screencasts. Another amazingly useful team, and they've not paid me to say this, is the NewVic e-learning team, which is Rod and Martha who are down here. And just having someone there to just hold your hand a little bit, help you through these things is fantastic, and that's such an important resource. If you don't have a new learning person in your college, then try and get one. I think is yes, I would say. Oh, did you have a question? Sorry.
Yeah, how many students you have in a classroom? Are you sharing classrooms?
Now, an average class is around about 24. I mean, there weren't very many in that class here just now, so it's quite a small class.
So the rooms should be very big to,
well, not necessarily, but I mean, not necessarily, because you can get them in groups and you can get them like working. And as long as you've got a bit of wall space all the way round.
And we've got smaller tables.
Yeah.
We've got smaller tables, or sometimes they don't sit down at all in the lessons, so you don't need any tables. You can kind of squash them.
The actual whiteboards are accessible to 24.
Yes.
They are, yeah, really, yeah.
I mean, should be quite big then.
That's a lot of black walls.
I don't think it needs to be. I don't think it needs to be. I mean, yeah, I don't think it needs to be. But
come and visit.
Come and visit, yes. Come and visit and come and see it. Yes.
We've got two big classrooms and one small.
Yes. Right. Okay. What are we saying next?
The impact.
Impact. Right. Are you doing that? Yes. Okay. Lovely. Well, yeah. Just right like that. Yes.
Okay, the impact, other than what you can see up here, which I don't really want to read out completely. The main thing is we've finished teaching early. The syllabus we've just got through, it's so much quicker. The mock results had stagnated. The AS maths mock results was about 75% pass rate most years, and now it was up in the 80s. It was up in the 80s. So it's really had a big impact. And the whole team is just so enthusiastic about teaching in these classrooms now and making the videos.
Yeah,
Students like it.
Yeah.
We've had fantastic lesson observation feedback, watched by not just by our manager, who's obviously really into it, but watched by the principal, the other senior managers in the college. Our lesson observations have been very good.
Yeah.
Oh, we had extra sessions, like David said, with the e-learning team to improve the quality. And next year we're just going to make more videos.
Yes.
Next one.
Oh, yes.
What's next? That may end.
Oh, well, yes. What's next? Yes, like we've talked about before, these are the things we're going to be going into next. More whiteboarded rooms. We're just, lots more of our classrooms are going to be whiteboarded, and it's actually like infectious. A lot of the other departments in college have seen what we do, and they love it, and they want to do it as well. So they're putting in beds to get their walls whiteboarded and stuff like that. They're asking us about the videos that we're making and all that sort of stuff as well, and that's great. Yes, what else? Right, yeah, sharing. Well, we're here. Yes, that's another thing we're doing. We're sharing what we've been doing because we're really enthusiastic about it. We're going to the NEI conference tomorrow, and yeah, that's what we're doing. If you want to ask us anything about it, or I mean, you've all probably heard about flipped learning. It's not like a new thing, but it's just we wanted to sort of share what we've been doing this year, just like how we've done it, what's went well, what's not went well, and if you want to ask us anything, then yes, go ahead and do it.
And if I can do it, anyone can. I'm
yes.
really not an E. And I've been making loads of videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, yeah, and if you want to get in touch with us, that's our emails. You're more than welcome to come in and see our rooms in the college and see how we do things and everything like that. Get in touch. But if you've got any questions just now, go ahead. Yes. Right, yeah.
Great, thank you very much. Got some questions, some hands going up.
Right, great.
For all four of the speakers, I think.
Right, yeah.
We're all happy to take questions.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, yeah, now's your opportunity. Yes, lady sitting right there.
Well, this gentleman's got a microphone there, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you. Just a few short questions. Firstly, how do you deal with students who don't watch the video before the lesson? Are there any pens for the iPad that you can recommend? And what about staff or colleagues who don't like the sound of their own voice?
Right. Okay, well, on the first one, what was the first question?
If they don't watch the video.
How do you deal with the students that don't watch
If they don't watch the videos, well, it's like, you know, they can't access the lesson without watching the videos, because we try and make it what we do is like we don't teach them. We're not going to teach you what has been in that video that you're meant to watch, right? So maybe in the first couple of lessons we're going to say, right, off you go to the library, watch this video, come back in 10 minutes.
And they do. They
and
come back and they've made notes and they've watched it, but we don't let them in. If you're feeling it a bit soft, you let them in and you team them up with somebody who has watched the video, and then that person learns even more by sharing.
Yeah. What you'll generally do at the start of the lesson is just ask some sort of AFL type questions, like, okay, what did you learn from this video? Can you do this? Can you do this? Show me that, and it'll be evident whether they've watched the video.
And they're on the walls. Those questions are on the walls.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that my question to you two is there's a lot of peer pressure, yeah, in terms of, you know, your friends. Have they? Haven't they? What do they know? You know, have they done the work or not?
It kind of encourages everyone to do it because you feel like you want to learn, so you become more competitive. And also, when you've not watched it, you can watch it on your smartphone, so it's good for everyone to know that you can watch it. And
I really think like they feel like they're part of a little community. It's like Natasha was saying as well. They all know each other now from getting up and wandering around. So they're actually part of the community. They've all got a kind of vested interest in it, I think, which is lovely.
And you do get the odd student on their smartphone in the break outside the lesson before yours. Quick, I've got to watch it.
Just a very simple question. You mentioned Planet eStream. How dependent is it on having that technology?
It's not. It's a good technology for the fact that if you put on YouTube, you don't really own it anymore, I suppose. And it's a nice sort of safe environment where the kids can also, the students can make videos as well and sort of comment on what you've done. And it's nice in a lot of aspects. You'd be better asking the e-learning, like ask the eStream people about that, I suppose. Yeah, but I think it's a good resource. Coming back, I forgot. I didn't answer another couple of your questions. What to do if someone doesn't want to do it, doesn't like the sound of their own voice? I don't know what I'd say to that.
Oh, just make more.
Oh yeah, just do it. I think you just get used. I think you just get used
We
to it.
haven't forced anybody.
Because no, we're not forced anymore. Yeah.
What about pens? Because I've been around using pens and some are good and others.
Right. Okay. Now, I know that George gave us some pens, and you got some in, and they're quite good, aren't they, Claire? I don't know what the brand is or anything like that.
The stylus.
Yeah.
Griffin ones, I think.
Griffin. Okay.
I would say you do get a better quality video if you do it on a smart board. I mean, I'm quite happy doing them at home on my iPad, but they are a bit better on the.
Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Oh, there we go. Oh, the apps, right? Okay, that was the one for iPad was called Doceri. Maybe I can whip back and there it is. That's the one. So the iPad app is Doceri, and I mean there's lots of different web-based ones, but Screencast-O-Matic is the one that we've been using in college. Next thing you just type it into Google, you'll find it. Yeah. For iPhone, Doceri might be No. Okay. No. And I might not recommend it either because you need quite a big sort of writing space, you know, to make it nice and clear and what have you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite difficult on an iPad Mini even, so an iPhone would be.
Yeah. Right. Oh, great.
Rosemary, you've got a question?
Yeah, how long are the typical videos? Do you have a sort of limit on?
Right. Well.
And do you see yourselves as the next Khan Academy?
Oh no. No. What I think, and it's what I think it's what we think as a department as well. I mean, you could go down the route of just using those videos, but I think it's really nice to have your students hear your voice and they know it's like from you going to them and everything like that, and it's catered for them. And I think it's actually a really nice way to sort of develop yourself, like as a teacher. I think because it's a new thing to do. I think it's something that you should do. But
they're not really longer than 10 minutes.
Not longer than 10
Most of them are
minutes,
about 5, or so they're not much longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the students might watch them for 20 minutes, doing it again and again.
Yeah, that's yeah. Do you guys do that?
That means you're sharing classes with each other. You're a team teaching, let's put it this way. So you don't have a specific class between yourselves. So the videos are shared within all the classes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you decide who does which topic.
Absolutely, yeah. Yes.
And all the classes are sharing those.
Yes. Yeah, we come. That's the only way that I think it would work, really. I think
so obviously your team organisation is, very.
I think it's more like team motivate. It's not really organisation. It's just more like it's just like people. They just want to do it, and that's lovely. And I'm glad.
David quite often comes down and says, "Oh, I've just made a functions video," and it's not kind of regimented.
It gets done though.
Okay. Fantastic.
Oh, sorry.
I just wondered if is this the only teaching method that you use now? So they'll watch the videos and then they'll write on the walls. Because with any kind of method, they do start to get a bit bored.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, it would probably be one video a week. It's not going to be every single lesson per se. And of course, there's going to be up on the walls. There's going to be on tables doing sort of manipulable sort of activities and stuff like that. We're going to be doing lots of different activities, really, yeah. But that's just one part of what we do. It has become quite a big part of what we do because they seem to really enjoy it and they seem to really engage with it well. But yeah, it's one thing, and then we do a lot of it.
They seem to really enjoy it. Well, they're nodding over here, so it's going to be pretty good. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Okay, thanks.
Thank you. And thank you all for the options. It's really great.